Viral MAC Studio Radiance Foundation. Let's review it. $46 US. I think this is their most expensive foundation. This right here is the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. So it has skincare benefits in here. It's also a medium to buildable coverage, radiant finish in comparison to the MAC Studio Fluid Fix Foundation. That one is a medium to full coverage with a semi to matte finish. So if you're more of like an oilier skin type, that might be better for you. I have combination skin, so let's see how this MAC Studio Radiance Foundation performs. I was trying to see how they recommend to apply this. I didn't really see like a primer recommendation, so we're gonna go without the primer. Application, either a makeup sponge, a makeup brush, like foundation brush, or your fingertips. I'm really intrigued about this foundation because I think it might be best of both worlds, especially for my combination skin. The texture is really nice. It has that serum gel texture. Those types of foundations are so easy to work with, very blendable. So what makes this foundation unique is obviously the hydration factor. You're gonna be very hydrated throughout the day, but also it's supposed to even out your skin. It's supposed to smooth your skin and also blur your pores. All right, let's work this with a brush. Okay, so few review thoughts on the MAC Studio Radiance Foundation with the application using a foundation brush. Incredible blendability. Usually with a gel serum powered foundation, you're going to get incredible blendability and work time. It's going to work really well with pretty much any application method you choose. Now, what I like about it so far is how it just kind of melts into my skin and becomes one with my skin. And I'm seeing that the redness, it has color corrected right away. I did not have to work hard to build up that coverage, which is phenomenal. It's not a full coverage foundation, which I appreciate, especially from this type of a formula. Now let's try to use a sponge and see how that looks. It does not look like it's oxidizing heavily on the back of my hand, just a little bit. But on the skin, it looks really good so far because it's matching the rest of my body. The texture is lovely. I really like this texture. With the beauty sponge, it's giving me a glass skin finish. It is stunning. Wow. I don't think you can go wrong with either method, a sponge or a brush. So now that the foundation had a little bit of time to set on the skin, assessing my skin even further, I am really liking the way the serum foundation is looking. Let me explain why. The way it's glowing on my skin, it's not exaggerating the pores or the texture. With the House Labs, with the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation, they can sit on the dry spots, settle into the creasing around my mouth, around the nose. The MAC Studio Radiance Foundation, not doing that. Next, let's review how the rest of my makeup wears and sits on top of the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation. I am going to set my T-zone area more so on the forehead with some MAC Studio Fix, their Pro Set and Blur powder, just because this is a little too radiant and too glowy. We're just gonna do lightly. We're not going to completely mattify my skin. It's a little more natural, but it's not completely matte. The rest of my makeup applied flawlessly on top of the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation, and it has set really nicely. It doesn't have a tacky, serum-y gel texture. I'm very excited with the way my complexion is looking. This foundation is also supposed to be transfer resistant, non-creasing, non-caking. I honestly can see why the MAC foundation is going viral and it's so loved online. It is just a really stunning foundation. Like I said, it's reminding me like a mixture between the House Labs Triclone Foundation and Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. As of right now, I think it's better. Alrighty, this is what we're looking like with the MAC Radiance Serum Foundation. This is 5 hours in. I haven't touched up my skin and I'm looking pretty glowy and I'm feeling oily right here in the T-zone, which I kind of anticipated. So this is definitely not a foundation for really oily skin types. I have combination skin, so oily T-zone, and then some areas are dry and then other areas are normal. I think the skin still looks really pretty besides looking oily. I'm definitely going to blot my skin because there's too much happening, too much shine. Again, this is not like a foundation targeted towards oilier skin, but I really wanted to see how it would work and wear on my combination skin. And this is kind of what I was anticipating. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. So here's my overview, my thoughts on the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Foundation. Very hydrating, definitely for drier skin, normal skin types, not oilier skin types. My natural oils are pretty intense on my T-zone especially, but the rest of my face, it looks, the foundation, the way it's wearing down, it's actually really pretty. It's not exaggerating any texture in terms of like dry spots, dry skin. Sometimes with my combination skin, like hydrating foundations, they start looking drier, but also very oily on my skin. This foundation is not that. Yes, it's looking oily in my T-zone, but the rest of the face, it's not looking dry. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I have problem areas right here around my mouth and my chin where I have dry spots, and the skin gets very exaggerated at the end of the day. Not with this foundation from MAC. So overall, this new MAC, the Studio Radiance Serum Powered Foundation is, yes, very beautiful. I think it's worth the hype for specific skin types. I'm just impressed with how stunning it was to work with, how it looks on the skin, and then at the very end of the day, how it still looks on the skin. But I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching and spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.